Good morning, children. I am Mrs. Meena Gupta, your English teacher. Today we are going to study the poem Chivi. Now, children, what is the meaning of the word chivi? Chivi means to nag. Nag means to continuously say or to continuously urge someone to do something, and often it is annoying. Annoying means irritating. Now, before we begin, children, ask yourself as well as your partner, do you like to always be told what to do or not to do? I hope no. Do grown-ups do this in your experience? I'll ask you when we'll begin the poem. Now let us understand the poem. Grown-ups say things like speak up, don't talk with your mouth full, don't stare, don't point, don't pick your nose. Now children, in the first stanza, the poet Michael Rawson is speaking that grown-ups always says something to the children, gives some instruction to the children, like when somebody comes in the house and the child is feeling shy, then the grown-ups, the parents say, speak up. Why you are not speaking? When sometimes children are eating food and some idea comes to their mind and they want to express it and they start talking, then the elders, grown-ups say, don't talk with your mouth full. Sometimes when the children, they are scolded or when they want to say something and they are stopped, they stare at their parents. Stare means to look continuously at something. Then again the instruction comes, don't stare. Now sometimes children talk while pointing towards something, and the grown-ups again gives the instruction, don't point at the things while speaking. Now children, when some small children are having cold, then they pick their nose. Pick their nose means they put their finger inside their nose to clear their nose. And immediately the grown-ups say to the children that don't pick your nose, it is a bad habit. Now coming to the next stanza. Sit up, say please, less noise, shut the door behind you, don't drag your feet. Haven't you got a hanky? Take your hand out of your pocket. Now another set of instruction which the grown-ups always give to the children are, when the children are standing, when they are watching TV or when they are excited, they stand up. Immediately the instruction comes, sit up. And again, sometimes when they are not answering to the question of the grown-ups, the instruction comes, say please. When the children are enjoying and playing, then again the instruction comes, make less noise. When children are leaving the room, then parents usually gives the instruction, shut the door behind you when you are leaving the room. Sometimes small children, when they are unwilling to walk, then they drag their feet. Drag means by rubbing the ground, they walk. Then immediately the instruction comes from the grown-ups, don't drag your feet. Sometimes when children, they eat something and when they wash their hands, then they just clean their hands on their dress. Immediately the instruction comes from the grown-ups, haven't you got a hanky? Now sometimes some children, they put their hands in the pockets and they walk, and the instruction which comes from the grown-ups is, take out your hands out of the pocket. Now coming to the next stanza. Pull your socks up, stand up straight, say thank you, don't interrupt. No one thinks you're funny. Take your elbows off the table. Now, some children, they don't wear the socks properly, or sometimes the socks becomes loose and it comes down. Immediately the instruction comes from the parents, even sometimes from the teachers when you are standing in the assembly ground for the prayer, that pull your socks up and wear the socks properly. And similarly, another instruction, stand up straight. When the child is standing, casually. The instruction comes, stand up straight. And again, when somebody gives something to the child or helps the child and the child doesn't know what to say, the parent always say thank you, to teach the child the good manners. Now, children, they are very excited when they want to say something, and when two elders are talking, they don't see that elders are talking, and they want to tell their thought or whatever they are thinking immediately. So then the instruction comes from the grown-ups, don't interrupt. Interrupt means disturb when two elders are talking. Now, when small children, they do mischiefs and they do amusement by dancing or by making faces, and then again instruction comes from the parent if they are working or if they are busy. No one thinks you are funny, so stop doing such actions. Sometimes when children are sitting, by putting their elbows on the table, then instruction comes from the parents that take off your elbows off the table and sit properly. Now children, you must have experienced some of these instructions, some of these do's and don'ts from your parents, teachers and elders and grown-ups. So now in the last stanza, it is the contradiction, the opposite thing expressed by the grown-ups. Let us see. Can't you make up your own mind up about everything? Now the grown-ups or the elders tell the children, it is very contradictory, opposite of whatever they have said earlier, that when the children ask about something, then what to do and what not to do, the instruction, the parents or the grown-ups say that you are now grown up and can't you take up your own decision. Can't you make up your own mind means can't you take up your own decision. So it is very strange that they always instruct children what they should do and what they should not do without taking their own decision. And at the end, when the child asks the parent what he should do, then the grown-ups tell that, the elders tell that, now you are grown up and you can make your own decision. Can't you make up your own decision?